If you'd like to try what we make at Superstition, it's as easy as going to our website, superstitionmeadery.com, clicking on Web Store, and you're shopping. Make sure you follow us on social media because we release new products almost every week, and you might just find your next favorite craft beverage. Cheers. Tim, I'm excited to try this year's White Series for the first time since all 6 have been bottled.
Absolutely.
We've got our 4 OG White Series that come out every year.
Right.
We do about 4 barrels at least. We got blackberry, blueberry, raspberry, strawberry. Of course, there's white chocolate and vanilla and new American oak. And this year, after extensive bench trialing through dozens of juices, we all sort of decided and voted that mango, our first tropical White Series, and cherry, which I wasn't sure if it was going to work. Turns out, might be the best one we've ever done.
Yeah.
They're ready to try. So I'm going to open these up, and I think we should start with mango.
Absolutely.
A little lighter in color. These are all really dark, so it'll allow us to evaluate this guy. So Berry White Day is coming up in 4 weeks or so.
Yeah. And just 4 weeks today.
We haven't been able to do one of these in our traditional way because the world changed so much in the last few years since 2019. And so one of the thing that makes me maybe the most excited about Berry White Day is that we're doing an event while it's based in Prescott. I mean, HQ is, the main event.
I mean, here we are.
People all over the world are going to be celebrating with us on the same day. We've got at least 10 events in Europe. We've got one in Asia, maybe some more. We're going to have events all around the country. In 2019, we did 44 cities on 4 continents. I don't know if we're going to do 4 continents this year, but I think we're going to do 3. And
I think we're doing 3.
We're going to have, I mean, it could be 40, it could be 50 cities that are going to host. So for me, that's really exciting. We're doing something, sort of as not an homage, but I was inspired by Zwanzi Day. I respect the hell out of Cantillon and what they've done with that sort of international event. I thought it'd be cool to do something like that with mead. It's really unprecedented. Every year it's a little bit different, but what are you most excited about? This will be your first Berry White Day.
This will be my first Berry White Day, actually having the party with the company. I'm really, really excited. Obviously, I'm excited about releasing these new Berry Whites, especially mango and cherry. The OGs are fan favorites. They're some of my favorite meads. Mango and cherry really stand out to me as beautiful flavors that play with the other flavors in White Series to me. The other thing for me is this gives us a chance to showcase a lot of hard work that we've done here at production, pumping out a lot of these new exciting brands that we're going to introduce that day. We've got a new cider coming out. We've got, several small releases coming out that we've worked painstakingly on for months and have dialed in and worked really hard to put out. And I think they're fantastic meads, and we get a chance to showcase them with people.
Well, cheers. Cheers to our first tropical white chocolate barrel-aged mead.
Oh, man.
As designed, this is dessert in a glass, but it's a tropical dessert. And I hoped, but wasn't fully confident until I did that bench trial process, that mango would be one of the ones, and it is beautiful.
Mango creamsicle.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, the vanilla really works with it.
Yeah, it does.
Outstanding. Picking up on what you just mentioned about how it's a way for us to showcase a lot of hard work. When you buy a ticket to Berry White Day, you have access to, there's drink tickets or whatever, and you have access to 16 taps.
Absolutely.
And most of those are going to be things no one's ever tried before.
Yeah.
There's a lot of work that goes into that.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at, is 16 taps of stuff that people have never had before. And then 4 more taps that were special projects from each of our departments.
So if you get a VIP ticket, you have your own area, you get in early.
Right.
You actually, for the price of your ticket, which it's not cheap, but you're going to get probably more drink tickets than you need for the day.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're going to get a bottle of mango white, a bottle of cherry, which these will sell out. Yeah. The 4 OG White Series, they may be around the tasting room for a couple weeks after, but these guys are going to go really quick.
Absolutely gone.
So this is what is often a favorite of many of our fans that come to Berry White Day. It's strawberry white. It often sort of presents itself as one of the sweeter of the White Series. Strawberry is really sweet. Sometimes you get a smoky phenolic character. We used a couple different types of strawberries to make this time. And I'm excited to see how this turned out. Oh, the nose is killer.
Yeah, it is. Again, just strawberry candy, strawberry desserts, fresh strawberry pie. get that pie crust and maybe a little vanilla in that.
And I can smell a little bit of oak.
Mm-hmm. Strawberry for me always really presents like really good oak character and balance from that, and from the barrels.
People have, you know, called out that sort of smoky characteristic you get, but I love it. I think it complements the oak.
I do too, and I think it's just really unique to strawberries as a fruit. I haven't worked with a lot of other fruit that'll do that. So I think it's really cool that it does that and it works that way, and it, yeah, again, lends itself to the barrel aging process fantastically.
Yeah, it's sweet and smoky, and that rich strawberry flavor shining through, and it sets it apart from all of the other 6 white series that we're doing this year.
It really does.
Wow. Delicious. And you know what?
Awesome.
For me, from what I remember of previous batches of strawberry white, this one is a little more balanced. There's a little more acid.
Yes, absolutely. And
that's coming through.
We really wanted to try and make that happen this year, to get that balance, achieve that harmony.
You know, every time that we make the white series, we want to make it the best it's ever been.
Absolutely.
But there are factors of temperature, humidity, and the actual barrels we get that can just be different than one year from the next. And that makes it kind of cool too.
Yeah.
That every year it's going to be a little bit different.
Yeah, it's, you know, a lot of core brands and things like that you can fine tune as you're making them multiple times over, you know, a period of months, and many times over the year. Whereas something you make one vintage of one time a year is really great, because you do get to see the nuances from year to year. And then you can stack that up and do things like vertical flights from year to year.
And that's something new we're doing for the first time in the Prescott tasting room. We're going to have some events on Thursday night, Friday night. One of those events is going to be vertical tastings you can buy a ticket for and try different white series through the years and compare them, because they will age differently, and that's going to be really fun. And we're going to be there hosting it for anyone that buys a ticket for the vertical tasting.
They're one of my favorite things to do with products. I used to do them with beer, I've done them with wine. To do them with the white series is going to be a real treat, to go through those and talk to people about these meads and see those differences that we were talking about, and watch those age and just become these beautiful, that oxidative character coming in and lending itself to the barrel and to the fruit and to the chocolate. It's really, really fun. It's going to be a great time. I'm really looking forward to it.
So I just poured us a small shot of blueberry white. This is often the smoothest of the white series, and one of the easiest to drink, but there's something special about blueberry. I got goosebumps right now talking about it, because one year we had 4 different barrels, just like we did 4 barrels of each of these OGs. One of the 4 tasted like nutmeg, so much so we couldn't have packaged it on its own.
Right.
It would have just had to been like a Spice Christmas blueberry mead, whatever. And so when we blended them all together, they were great. But tell me if I'm crazy, but do you taste nutmeg in this?
Oh, absolutely. I get it on a bouquet.
I mean, is that just how blueberry juice might work with these medium plus brand new Missouri American oak barrels?
I think so. That's really fascinating that presents in that way.
And it happens year after year. And sometimes it's less, sometimes it's more. I would say this rivals the blend from the one year where that one of the 4 barrels really stood out. And I love that characteristic, because it makes it taste like, to me, like a blueberry cobbler. It makes it taste like something you'd want for the holidays.
Absolutely. This is going to go great after Thanksgiving dinner with your dessert.
Wow. All right, what do we have next? Berry White, the OG. So Berry White's really special. It's the namesake of the day.
It was the one.
It was our first gold medal that we ever won in competition.
Wonderful.
This really kind of put us on the map of, you know, people who follow the mead map after all.
Yeah.
And we'll see how this year's batch is going. So raspberries, white chocolate, vanilla. The color's different already. It's lighter than the blueberry. I'm expecting a nice tannic bite from the raspberry.
And already you're getting that tone back here.
You can feel it in the corner of your jaw.
You can feel it in the corner of your jaw, the tangy and tannic notes coming through, even just the aroma.
You know what's coming.
And that's just divine.
There's a reason why I won a gold medal. It's as good as it's ever been, if not the best batch ever.
That's absolutely wonderful.
And I mean, so far we've gone through 4 pretty quickly, and each has its own merits, and there is something special about the original. This is...
It holds a special place in my heart. It was one of the first meads I ever tried.
one of the fun things at Berry White Day, and you'll find this when we're walking around, because not only are we serving, 16 taps plus the VIP taps, you and I are going to be walking around with some reserve bottles, giving some complimentary samples to our guests. It's a lot of fun. And the thing that happens every year is people are like, which is your favorite of the 4 OGs this time? And the variants too. Man. That's going to be...
It's a solid,
I don't know.
lineup.
I'm kind of feeling... maybe it's just me, but I'm kind of feeling like Berry White's taking the cake for me so far.
It's winning at this point, in my mind.
So you don't have to just say it. Like, you really, like, there's something about
that. It's the balance. There's the tannin, the acid, the creaminess from the white chocolate and vanilla. So I want that for dessert all the time.
You would think that often, the proverbial, you would think that like raspberries are gonna have more of a punch than blackberries, but I find that Blackberry White, as we're gonna try and find out in a minute, often has the greatest like contribution of tannic balance to what we do.
Absolutely.
Look at the color. It's so rich. To me, it's often the richest and most tannic of the white series that comes out. Let's see. To me, it's a little bit closer to Blueberry White. And again, we're using organic, ingredients. We're using fruits that are going to change year to year.
Right.
It's delicious. It is rich, but it doesn't have the punch that I remember from some batches. Like, we got that really nice tannic punch from Berry White.
It still coats the back end of the palate really well with the tannic structure and balances out a lot of the sweetness with that. This is a fantastic example of blackberry to me.
It's really balanced. To me, it's closest to Blueberry White out of everything we've tried so far.
Yeah.
But yet you get in the finish, like on the front of my tongue, I'm getting that blackberry skin.
Absolutely. Yeah, and that flesh and some of the seed, tannin from the seed.
All right, we've got one more. So, Cherry White.
What
do you think?
This was scary to me as well. Cherry for me can always go medicinal. But bench trialing and trialing this out, we found that it doesn't with this product. It didn't go that way. A lot of nice tartness, lending itself again to that balance of sweetness and the creaminess and the structure. This one's a true treat.
It's got the color closer to Berry White.
Yep.
That is gorgeous. Cheers, buddy.
Cheers. Cherry cordial.
Yeah.
Right off the top. That's like...
I can't drink this and not smile. It's so good.
It's like cherry pie.
It tastes like cherry pie.
It tastes like cherry pie.
Yeah, there's so maybe not like the nutmeg I get from the blueberry, but there's maybe a hint of it. There's a pie spice.
Yeah.
Without having the vocabulary to break down the spices yet. There's a pie spice.
There's a pie spice,
cherry.
And there's got to be some sort of compound in these fruits that's lending itself to that and expressing that way. This is really fascinating and lovely. That's quite a spread.
Wow. I can't wait to share these with everyone that shows up for Berry White Day.
Me too. It was a lot of hard work, and it's going to pay off really well. I'm just absolutely thrilled to be a part of it.
Right on. Cool. Thanks, buddy.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's good. Damn. That is definitely cherry pie. Like, oh my God, cherry pie. Yeah, the berry is. I think that is my favorite.
Yeah.
Right now.
Me too.